Welcome everyone to Discourse. Today we're going to be discussing Till I Bleed No More by Alexander Ellis. It is the year 1728, and the age of piracy is now over. After being defeated in battle by pirate hunters, a survivor named Casper Nait is left stranded on an island. After surviving there, Casper is reunited with the same hunters that almost killed him, and is now forced into a brutal battle for survival against them. Fueled by the deaths of his captain and crew, Casper embarks on a dangerous quest for revenge, with only himself to rely upon in a new post-pirate world. Yeah, so right off the bat, when the story starts, we're already with Casper. We're also with another one of his crew members who does survive the shipwreck, Fletch. They're on this island in the middle of nowhere, and stuff already went down. There was a battle at sea. So him and his crew, they're on a ship called the Revenant, and that was basically hunted down and destroyed by the Commodore Weiss. And it's a female, which is super amazing, right? So she's hunting these pirates down and trying to get them all killed, essentially.
Pirate hunters.
Yeah, get rid of them.
Apparently the colonials, as they call them, they do say, the main character, Casper, that England and Spain are spreading false rumors that pirates are bad and they all must die.
Terrible.
And so they're hunted down. And this Commodore Wise, apparently she's the one to get rid of them, because before she shows up, these pirates from the Revenant take out 2 of their ships. So they gain this
reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good, but at the same time, it's I'm gonna be the one to take them out.
Yeah, not when you're being hunted. It's not really good to have that type of reputation. Mm-hmm. We're on this island, and Casper and Fletch, they're trying to survive. They had very little to no resources. They actually had been there before. Luckily for them, and they were able to kind of stow away some supplies. But it's not going to last them very long. So they really have to ration all of what they have and what they can salvage from the wreckage. And they didn't find any other survivors. So I think they even had to strip them of things that they had that they could use.
The dead pirates that washed ashore.
I know. Yeah. And I kind of was I don't know. I was well, you guys are pirates. It's cool. Go for it. Right? But then I thought back to his comment of saying pirates basically got a bad rap, rumors and things. So maybe not all pirates are what we imagine them to be.
I think the captain of the Revenant.
Oh, Captain Moreau.
Captain Moreau. He kind of seemed like a father figure to Casper, who is the main character of this story.
Right.
And he actually looks like he's training him to take over as the head captain, which the crew doesn't like at first, because it seems that Casper actually used to be a colonial. They call him a naval man.
Right.
But the only naval man we know is, England and Spain, who were in the Navy ships. And the crew was they didn't accept him at first, it seemed. They were distrustful. Yeah. But eventually they got to
get to know him. They finally saw that this was his path and this is what he chose.
Yep.
So
they were
okay.
Captain.
Yeah, right. And they trusted the captain, right? So they're okay. We're a little hesitant at first, but now we're down. We see that he's definitely dedicated to our cause.
Yeah, so it would have been nice to get to know the crew and the ship, but at the beginning of the story, they're all dead.
I know. I kind of wish or hope that there's a prequel to this, maybe called The Revenant or something, so that we can so we can know the very beginnings of this entire story and go through the emotions of the crew not accepting him and his reasoning as to why he switched sides and
what led him there, and also piracy at its highest.
Yeah.
Because this story, they're towards their end, right? They're a dying breed.
Right.
So back to Casper and Fletch. They're stuck in the island. Yeah. You would think, cool, they got supplies, tropical island, there should be food. But apparently they hate the taste of crab. And that's all there's crabs and coconuts.
Yeah.
So imagine eating and drinking that.
Hey, they're well hydrated. Coconuts. I mean, lean food, Not so bad. Some
Mhm.
people would be like, hey, that's pretty good. But there's two of them, so I feel like, it gets...
And so after they're done burying their dead, they're just trying to figure out a way to escape or get out. I believe they built a raft, but it
did
didn't
not work
out.
out.
And then out of nowhere, when they're running out of supplies, everything's going downhill, a ship shows up.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah, it gets good, yeah.
And they're hiding, they're scared, like, I don't know, this could be the bad guys, it could be...
Yeah, at first they were thinking it was the colonials or the Commodore coming back to kind of finish the job. Because later, or a little bit later, we find out that she actually let Casper go, thinking that he would just die on his own. So maybe he's thinking now, like, oh no, she knows I'm not dead. She's coming back to finish the job, to finish me off. So him and Fletch are kind of like, they're staking out, like, who's coming on, what's going on, like, who are these people?
They just have, like, one pistol,
right,
like a sword, and slingshot.
Yeah, I know. Right? I'm like, well, hey, got your slingshot, all is well. You can take these people in this boat down.
We'll knock them out.
Yeah. And I felt like I wasn't sure who to expect to come on land. I wasn't sure who was going to come out of the ship. And then to find out that it's just a bunch of ladies, I was like, that's awesome. Because at first I was like, ooh, maybe it's like a really cool pirate lady crew, which is awesome to see. I've never heard of that.
It's like a sister crew or
that'd be cool.
Yeah, and even Casper was like women.
Yeah.
Women dressed as seamen. Like, did they, like, steal the clothing? Like, who are they? I believe they did attack them, right?
Well,
or they just
Fletch,
confronted them.
Well, Fletch, he's the one who threw the first stone. Poor Fletch.
Oh man. Lord. Yeah, he's a young kid. He's just 18. And he wasn't waiting at all. He's like, I'd rather strike first. So he hit someone with a slingshot.
Well, he said in his defense, he's like, hey, it was just a warning shot. I was trying to tell them, like, yo, back up. We're here. Y'all need to chill out, okay?
I was aiming for, like, a couple feet in front of
him. I know,
yeah.
I didn't mean
hit
to
him in the head.
I didn't mean to actually hit her in the head. Good God.
Oh, right. So after that, they kind of confronted each other.
Right.
And, like, this is our island, but, these are our rules. Respect our space. We've staked out over here.
Yeah.
And all seems okay.
For a moment.
They came to, like, a non-verbal agreement, just an understanding.
Yeah.
And later on, I guess Fletch and Casper got separated. And he's coming back to find Fletch, and he starts hearing these noises out in, not the bushes, this is an island, but out there in the jungle. Honestly, at first, I thought it was, give him some privacy, don't go over there. He was hearing grunts and women, and Fletch is like, oh, what's going on? I was like, dude, don't go over there. Like, come on, let him be. So,
there's no door handle to put a sock on, but trust me, you don't want to go over there, man.
So I was like, oh, this is getting juicy.
Oh, God.
And it's going to turn into, like, Paradise Island.
And this is this is what you were thinking. Yeah. This is a male's romance right here.
That's a pirate's life right there. A pirate romance.
Now I know what you're reading. My goodness. Yeah. That's funny.
So there's like slapping and punching. He gets there.
I know
those. What was it? It was sad.
I know those ladies were just ganging up on poor Fletch, literally beating him near death. Yeah. It was just sad. I was like, oh, poor Fletch. And all because, he had to give that warning shot. Yeah. That went a little too far.
Yep. He got jumped and hurt bad. Like, really bad.
Yeah.
And apparently there is a captain in this women crew. Their ship's actually called the Serpent, which is pretty cool.
I know, that's an awesome name. Yeah. I love it.
And they're called insurgents. I guess because they're not pirates, they're not colonials, they're not anything. They just want to get out of everyone, the whole
debacle. They just don't want to be a part of anything. Yeah. They're like, we just want, like, a cool life.
And their captain was like, hey, we had to do this. My crew wouldn't let it go. So
they served out their own justice.
Man, that was on the same day.
I know, that's just.
I was like, geez, that's a good start.
I mean, but hey, if someone attacked me right as I just like landed, I'd be like, what the heck, dude? I didn't even see you. You just attacked me. But like a lot of things were also happening too, and it kind of goes to show like the writing is really interesting and very descriptive, and kind of it just sets you off from the very beginning. So you have all these questions and you're super interested, just like we want to know if there's like a prequel, because it's all very interesting.
Yeah,
and
what's their backstory?
Yeah, what's the like? So it leaves you wanting more of the story before and what's gonna happen next.
Even these insurgent women, because apparently they were running away from that Commodore Weiss.
Like, what's their story? I want to hear that too.
They could have easily been allies.
But I mean, but there's one person in the group, Zarya, who ends up becoming like an ally to both of them, Casper and Fletch. And has like a special, not connection or bond, but with Casper. Like they have this conversation, a few conversations, and he feels that she sees him like as just a man, not as a pirate, but just as like another person. And so I think that's why he starts to bond to her and trust her immediately.
Yeah, she actually helps with Fletch. Like,
and she helps a lot.
Help him recover.
And he trusts her.
And they do have a similar story, because it seemed like she was a regular person, a colonial, having a shop with her parents, and then a lot of stuff happened where it led to her joining a pirate crew. So she was around pirates, and she got to see that not all of them are bad.
Right.
Like, some are decent people.
Right. Not just the rumors that have been told and heard.
So she understands, Casper and Fletch. So that's an interesting relationship that they start building.
Yeah.
This story has a lot. The colonials.
So much happening.
The pirate hunters. Who's this Commodore Weiss? A woman captain, like, how did she get up that rank, or what did she do? She is pretty scary. All these interactions, like, she seems nice, but she has, like, the eyes of, like, she's ready to kill you any moment.
Yeah.
Like, is she joking? Like, I don't know.
Right.
Question her.
Like, I'm not sure.
So, very interesting character. The Captain Moreau actually gave Casper some maps that leads to...
Oh, right. As, like, the ship was going down and stuff, he was telling Casper, like, keep these safe.
Get the maps, keep them safe. They're, like, our salvation.
Yeah, they're our only hope. Ooh, kind of sounds like Star Wars. You're our only hope.
Captain Moreau, he had a lot of good, like, nuggets, good advice that he gave Casper, throughout the book, as he has flashbacks, memories.
Right.
And apparently these maps... When Fletch and Casper look at them, they're kind of confused. Like, they have to decipher them.
Yeah, they're like, how is this our only hope?
Yeah. But I guess it's like a pirate stronghold, like a place they go to where they all meet up. Only they know where it's at. I'm thinking it could be like a cave, a secluded island, something that's not on any map.
Right.
But he was apparently putting a lot of money, investing in it, and that was supposed to be like their safe haven, a place to regroup and start fresh. But before he got there, he got attacked multiple times. He got killed. And now it's up to Casper. He did try to convince Casper to change his ways, like piracy's over, but he doesn't want to. What does he want?
Or what Casper wants? He wants revenge. That's it. This is a revenge story.
Revenge story.
Yeah.
Fletch, his little buddy,
I know.
He wants to just quit, call it quits, and just go away somewhere and forget everything.
Start a new life.
He's over it.
Be a new Fletch.
So I'm going to read some quotes from Captain Moreau, because I found him to be very interesting, like a pirate, but a decent pirate who just wanted to lead his people. And he always talked about freedom, and if you don't fight for what you believe in, then is it worth even living? And he respected those that actually had that passion and fire. So he seemed like a really cool dude.
Yeah, I feel like his morals and ethics were pretty genuine, and I think that's why a lot of people, or a lot of his crew, trusted him and wanted to follow him.
Those that fight and kill for their liberty always deserve more than those that don't. And then he also talked about the skull and crossbones, which I always thought it just meant pirates are coming.
Oh, right,
Death is
imminent.
Yeah.
Death is imminent, pirates. You better turn the other way and run.
But Captain Moreau, the skull and crossbones have always represented freedom, and to its enemies it would be freedom or death.
So yeah, I guess.
But I never heard it said that way.
I know.
I was like, okay. Either join us or die, I guess.
Yeah, I've never heard it being said like that. And I wonder if this is like a real thing too that pirates thought, because I know that the author, he had been very interested in like pirates from a very young age. So I wonder if like through his research, these are things that he found and could implement into the story. If that's just like their creed or like how they really felt. And that's why that flag or that emblem.
It's like universal for them, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, even Casper. I don't know. He seemed interesting. Like sometimes I didn't like him because he was too for a pirate. He was very like sensitive and soft. I thought.
But
like,
maybe that's from all the rumors and the stories we've been told about pirates.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we're thinking that they're all murderers and robbers.
But no,
maybe they're not.
They just had a different career.
Yeah.
Hey, but even Casper had some good nuggets. Because there's some events that happen and then Zarya and Casper are in a bad situation.
Yeah, we don't want to give anything away because it gets super interesting. There's like so many things happening with so many different characters. So we don't want to give too much away, but yeah.
Yeah, but a short excerpt from that.
A short excerpt.
Just make the most of it. You can do this. You have to. Otherwise, we've already lost. And then Zarya goes, but what if? He's like, no. Well, that's a what if. And if that's the case, then we'll find a way and use that. He was like, you know, we're alive. We got to keep going with it. Let's find a way to get through this. And yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I liked it. I felt like I got really good aesthetics from just the writing and like the description. And I was like, really cool. Like I don't know, I almost felt like I could feel the salt, like the salty air from the sea and hearing, you know, all the seagulls on the island and feeling the sand and like the hunger and like the griminess. I don't know, of that time period, right?
Watching the crabs scuttle away, like eating their friends.
It's interesting. I loved it.
Yeah, and you get to see it. The story is written where you get to see it in Casper's eyes. Right?
Yeah.
You get to live.
Yeah, it's all through his perspective, right? Make sure to check out Till I Bleed No More by Alexander Ellis.